Are you familiar with the world's most dangerous special forces unit and the torturous training they undergo? In this video, we will dive into the fascinating world of elite special forces from around the globe. These remarkable units are the best of the best, trained to excel in the most challenging and dangerous missions. Join us on a journey as we explore their incredible training, high-tech gear, and the heroic acts that make them the elite of the elite. But before we continue, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Luxe Life. Share your thoughts about these special forces in the comments below. Now, let's delve into the rigorous training regimes of the world's leading 8 elite special forces units. Number 8. JW Grom, Poland. If you think Polex is slow, you clearly haven't come across JW Grom. The Polish special military unit ranks among the most formidable special forces units globally. They are the ones the US turns to for missions behind enemy lines, requiring utmost secrecy. JW Grom excels in stealth operations and has been actively engaged in numerous prominent missions, both within their own country and on the international stage. It wouldn't be unexpected if you're unfamiliar with JW Grom, since they typically operate discreetly and under the radar. They undergo an intensive and physically demanding training program, which encompasses escape and evasion, survival skills, counter-terrorism tactics, and hostage rescue training. Nonetheless, the most challenging aspect is their combat diving training, which requires soldiers to endure freezing water conditions while holding their breath for as long as 2 minutes, all while carrying out various tasks, including combat maneuvers. It's safe to say that very few individuals are willing to endure what could be described as a form of torture in order to attain the status of one of the world's top combatants. Furthermore, they are strictly prohibited from consuming alcohol and engaging in fights outside of their official duties. Given their highly specialized training, they are deemed exceptionally formidable even without weaponry, leading the Polish government to implement stringent measures to maintain their discipline and control. The entire unit comprises a mere 1,500 members, all of whom are heavily equipped with specialized gear, including night vision goggles, a variety of grenades and flashbangs, breaching tools, and a wide array of other equipment. Their preferred firearm is the Polish-made FBMS-BS modular assault rifle. This versatile weapon serves as an all-in-one rifle, capable of adapting to various mission requirements by altering its barrel length, caliber, and accessories. In addition to their primary weapon, the unit is equipped with Glock 17 and Glock 19 pistols, the Bear Claw and Coke MP5 submachine guns, the Remington 870 shotgun, and the Barrett M82 sniper rifle. JW Grom is indeed a force to be reckoned with. They are an exceptionally trained and specialized military unit that combines deadly skills with stealth and precision. The absence of the same level of fame enjoyed by others on this list simply underscores their outstanding performance as a covert combat unit operating extensively in hostile territory. Nevertheless, they have a considerable distance to cover in order to match up to their main adversaries, the Russians. Number 7. Alpha Group, Russia. Russia's military capabilities have come into question, particularly following their actions in the Ukraine conflict. However, it's important not to underestimate the elite soldiers within the Russian army, especially those belonging to the Alpha Group. Their motto, "Wherever Alpha Group appears, compromise stops," reflects their formidable reputation. This specialized unit's primary mission is elimination, and their tactics typically involve aggressive engagement, including shooting, grenade deployment, and minimal questioning. One prominent example of their approach occurred in 2002 during the Moscow theater hostage crisis. While Alpha Group successfully neutralized all the terrorists, tragically, more than 100 hostages lost their lives during the operation. They might not be the go-to choice for safe rescue missions, but when it comes to swiftly eliminating threats, they excel. Becoming a part of this unit is an arduous process. Aspiring candidates must meet stringent physical, psychological, and intellectual criteria, showcasing exceptional skills in areas like marksmanship, hand-to-hand combat, and decision-making under immense pressure. They must also possess a clean criminal record and be prepared for rigorous background checks. Once selected, candidates undergo an intensive training program that covers a wide array of skills, from marksmanship and reconnaissance to hand-to-hand combat and explosives handling. This training is deliberately demanding, both physically and mentally, to prepare candidates for the extreme conditions and high-pressure scenarios they may encounter as Alpha Group members. In addition to conventional training, Alpha Group members receive specialized survival training, including pain endurance, wilderness survival, shelter construction from minimal resources, and even self-surgery. Unlike regular Russian forces in Ukraine, Alpha Group is equipped with the best weapons available in Russia, favoring the AK-47, PKM machine gun, and Dragunov sniper rifle. While encountering Alpha Group in a crisis might be alarming, at least you have a chance to see them before they take action. This is in contrast to the Israeli Special Forces, Sayeret Matkal, where stealth and surprise are key elements of their operations. Number 6. Sayeret Matkal, Israel. In the hypothetical world as a game scenario, Israel would indeed be one of the most challenging levels, surrounded by adversaries on all sides, facing internal conflicts, and dealing with a significant breeding ground for terrorism in the form of Gaza. It's no surprise that Israel has responded to these complex challenges with the creation of Sayeret Matkal, an elite special military force established in 1949 with the primary mission of safeguarding Israel from external threats. Over the years, this highly trained unit has played a central role in nearly all of the high-profile operations carried out by the Israel Defense Forces, IDF. These include the famous 1976 raid on Entebbe Airport in Uganda to rescue Israeli hostages, the 1988 assassination of Abu Jihad in Tunisia, and the 2006 operation to destroy a Syrian nuclear reactor. Sayeret Matkal's members are a formidable group of highly trained combatants who undergo rigorous and comprehensive training. This training covers physical fitness, marksmanship, navigation, survival skills, specialized urban warfare techniques, counter-terrorism strategies, and hostage rescue operations. Language proficiency is also essential, as many missions require them to operate in unfamiliar countries. One of the most demanding aspects of their training involves resistance to interrogation. This involves candidates being subjected to physical and psychological torture in an attempt to break them. Few individuals successfully complete this part of the preliminary training, resulting in a unit comprised of tough, lethal operatives with nerves of steel. Their preferred modus operandi typically involves stealth tactics, making them exceptionally difficult to detect before they strike. As for their weaponry, Sayeret Matkal employs various firearms, including the Tavor assault rifle and the Uzi submachine gun, as well as imported weapons like the M4 carbine and the M16 rifle from the United States. The specific weapons used can vary depending on the mission's requirements, environmental factors, and the nature of the operation. One thing is certain, encountering a member of Sayeret Matkal would be a daunting experience, as they are experts in Krav Maga, a highly effective martial art known for its efficiency in close combat situations. Despite their impressive combat capabilities and tactics, it's worth noting that Sayeret Matkal, like any specialized force, may not be able to match the sheer military might of the US Army, with its advanced technology and extensive financial resources. Number 5. Navy SEAL Team 6, USA. The absence of a universal healthcare system in the United States may indeed raise questions, especially when considering the formidable military capabilities of the country, which includes the renowned Navy SEAL Team 6, also known as the U.S. Naval Special Warfare Development Group. Navy SEAL Team 6 is primarily tasked with counter-terrorism and unconventional warfare operations, making them one of the most elite military units globally. Joining this elite group requires individuals to be exceptional beyond the standards of regular US soldiers. Their training regimen is known for its extreme intensity, almost approaching the level of superhuman endurance. It begins with rigorous physical conditioning, involving intense strength-building exercises and demanding cardio workouts. To add an element of thrill and challenge, trainees are submerged in water with their hands tied behind their backs, where they must perform tasks using only their teeth. They are also taught to tie and untie various knots underwater, without the luxury of coming up for breath. The training reaches its peak in Week 4, aptly named Hell Week. This grueling 5-day period involves non-stop training, with only 4 hours of sleep allowed throughout. Recruits endure physically taxing exercises like running with boats on their heads, crawling through mud, and lifting 300-pound logs. One particularly notorious exercise is surf torture, where candidates lie in the path of crashing waves on the beach, simulating the struggle against powerful ocean waves. Understandably, after week 4, approximately 80% of candidates choose to drop out, a decision that may appear wise given what follows. The training intensifies with harsher exercises, including survival training, torture simulations, and immersion in ice-cold water. Toward the end of their training, recruits face the ultimate cold water challenge in Alaska, where they must endure 8 minutes in ice-covered water, a critical threshold before hypothermia, limb loss, and potential death. It's not surprising that more SEALs die during their training each year than in actual operations. Graduating from this training program is a testament to superhuman resilience. Despite their extraordinary abilities, SEAL Team 6 utilizes standard firearms like the M4A1 carbine, HK-416s, and 6 Sauer P226 pistols. This may seem incongruous given their exceptional skills and training. In reality, SEAL Team 6 is often deployed for critical counter-terrorist missions that require swift and precise action. Some of their most famous operations include the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan, in 2011, and the rescue of Captain Richard Phillips from Somali pirates in 2009. It's truly remarkable that SEAL Team 6 doesn't rank among the top 3 most formidable Special Forces units worldwide. Regrettably, even the Frogman Corps falls short, making SEAL Team 6 appear as if it were a standard military force in comparison. Number 4. Frogman Corps, Denmark. If you believe that the era of the Vikings has faded into history, you're in for a surprise, as the Frogman Corps proves that their spirit lives on. This Danish special military force may consist of just 150 highly trained individuals, but they have undoubtedly earned a place of honor, perhaps even in the VIP lounge of Valhalla. The unit specializes in maritime operations, which encompass reconnaissance, sabotage, and counter-terrorism missions. To be at the peak of their effectiveness, candidates undergo an incredibly demanding regimen from the very moment they apply for a position. During a grueling 6-month period, they endure a training program that, if scrutinized by a European human rights court, would likely raise eyebrows. Their training regimen includes rigorous long-distance running, marching, and swimming. Additionally, recruits must master the skill of donning their gear underwater, which naturally forces them to hold their breath for nearly 2 minutes. This challenging exercise can result in some candidates blacking out, emphasizing the intensity of their training. If you think that's daunting, think again. This is just the first week, designed as a rigorous selection process, and typically only 10% of candidates advance. For the approximately 20 individuals who remain, the challenges continue with hypothermia resistance training in ice-cold water, intense survival training, and specialized diving exercises. The chosen few progress to even more demanding specialized tasks like bomb diffusion, special operations, and black ops training, among others. While much of the Frogman Corps activities remain shrouded in secrecy, it's known that they commonly employ weapons like the MP5 submachine gun, Sig Sauer P226 pistol, and the HK-416 assault rifle. The Frogman Corps has been involved in numerous international operations, including participation in the International Security Assistance Force in Afghanistan and contributing to anti-piracy efforts off the coast of Somalia. Considering the incredible toughness and capabilities of this elite team, one can only wonder about the extraordinary nature of the top 3 Special Forces units in the world. Number 3. GIGN, France. The Groupe d'Intervention de la Gendarmerie Nationale, GIGN, is a specialized operations force within the French Gendarmerie. This unit comprises approximately 400 highly trained personnel who specialize in counter-terrorism, hostage rescue, and other high-risk operations. They are a far cry from the typical French stereotype of casually smoking cigarettes and enjoying baguettes, often wielding firearms such as the HK-416 assault rifle, Sig Sauer P226 pistol, or the FRF-2 sniper rifle. To earn a place among these elite forces, candidates must endure an exceptionally demanding recruitment and training process. First, candidates are tasked with swimming 50 meters with their hands and feet tied, a challenge designed to filter out the physically weaker candidates. Notably, around 50% of all candidates require assistance to complete this task. Next comes a 5-mile run with a 44-pound backpack. Those who finish within the specified time frame face further trials, including physically and mentally demanding challenges such as walking on a 65-foot high unstable plank while being cross-examined by 2 drill instructors. However, the most daunting test of all is the trust shot. In this exercise, a trainee dons body armor and hangs a clay disc from their neck, positioned directly in front of their chest. Another candidate must then shoot the disc, ostensibly to build trust. It's worth noting that about 90% of the remaining candidates refuse to participate in this challenge, highlighting the extreme nature of GIGN's recruitment process. These remarkable individuals are not tasked with protecting French politicians from protesters. Instead, they've been involved in some of the most famous operations in recent history. This includes rescuing passengers on Air France Flight 8969 in 1994, securing the release of French hostages in Yemen in 2010, and capturing terrorists responsible for the 2015 Charlie Hebdo shooting. Given their impressive track record, it may be difficult to believe that there are special forces units even more formidable than the GIGN. But as you suggest, there are indeed such units in the world. Number 2. Delta Force USA. If you've played the video game bearing the same name, you might have some awareness of this special military unit. However, in real life, they surpass even the most skilled gamers, and it might seem like they're using cheat codes. Of course, they're not. The Delta Force team stands as the pinnacle of elite US special military units and is often tasked with missions deemed nearly impossible. They operate with the utmost secrecy, and little is known about the specifics of their regiments and daily training. This elite unit consists of approximately 1,000 personnel, and their selection process is among the most rigorous you can imagine. First and foremost, to even qualify as a candidate, you must have served in an active war and participated in battle. Fortunately, given the United States' involvement in conflicts over the past 2 decades, many US soldiers meet this requirement. However, getting through the initial stage is a formidable challenge. To become a part of this specialized unit, you must already be an expert in demolition, firearms, and navigation. Nevertheless, over the course of their training, these skills are honed to an exceptional level. While the details of their exercises are closely guarded secrets, they are designed to test and ultimately strengthen a person's spirit and will to survive. Some reports suggest that candidates endure as little as 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night for weeks on end, all while pushing their physical and endurance limits to the extreme. Only about 5% of all candidates make it through this grueling training regimen. Due to their highly secretive nature, Delta Force is not often in the public eye. However, they are renowned for their involvement in significant operations, such as the takeover of Panama in 1989 during a hostage situation. They were also tasked with capturing Saddam Hussein in 2003 and played a role in the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound in Pakistan. Although the final shot was not theirs, SEAL Team 6 received much of the credit. Many mysteries surround Delta Force, but the most significant question that comes to mind is who could possibly surpass the caliber of these exceptional individuals. Number 1. SAS UK. When discussing formidable British operatives, James Bond may come to mind, but in the realm of reality, MI6 and its fictional characters pale in comparison to the SAS Special Air Service, the true titans of British special operations. The SAS is the British Special Forces responsible for a wide range of operations, including counter-terrorism, direct action, reconnaissance, and hostage rescue. The SAS consists of 4 regiments, each with multiple operational squadrons. Although the exact number of personnel within the SAS remains classified, it's estimated to be around 400 to 500 personnel. To earn a place in what many consider the world's premier military unit, candidates must be extraordinary individuals, possibly even approaching demigod status. Completing the SAS training course is a test of physical and mental prowess that only a select few can endure. Their primary mission is to inflict maximum damage behind enemy lines within the shortest time, all while avoiding any losses. The training regimen is nothing short of grueling. While many elite units have a hell week to weed out unfit candidates, the SAS subjects trainees to a 5-month-long hellish ordeal. This includes completing 6 marathons in just 5 days, each with a 55-pound brick-laden backpack. These marathons take place not on the streets, but in the treacherous mountains of the Western Highlands. The brutality of this selection process has resulted in cases of candidates dying from exhaustion, others breaking mentally and requiring treatment in mental institutions, and some even hallucinating from exhaustion and heat. If a candidate somehow makes it through this first excruciating phase, the next stage unfolds in the unforgiving Indian jungles, where trainees are left alone to survive for several days. Naturally, about 95% of candidates do not make it past this phase. The actual training encompasses sleep deprivation, hypothermia resistance, tactics, weapon training, and of course, hand-to-hand combat. Graduating from this nightmarish training requires passing one final, almost impossible test: a manhunt. Candidates are equipped with only a compass, a roughly sketched map, and their clothing, then dropped somewhere in the wilderness. They must reach a specific location within a tight time frame, all while the full force of the SAS is hunting them down. Unsurprisingly, no one has ever successfully completed this task. Trainees invariably end up captured. This is part of the training, as they are subjected to grueling interrogation resistance exercises, enduring human rights violations such as waterboarding, electric shock torture, white noise torture, and more. They are held in these conditions without food for about a week. As you can imagine, only around 1% of all those who enter this torture chamber manage to complete the training. Most SAS recruitment campaigns conclude without adding new operatives to the ranks, as the vast majority of candidates fail to survive the interrogation resistance training. With such a formidable recruitment process, it's no wonder that most SAS operations result in the unit neutralizing enemy forces that are 20 to 30 times larger without sustaining a single operative casualty. The SAS has played a pivotal role in numerous high-profile operations, including the Iranian embassy siege in London in 1980, the Gulf War in 1991, and the conflict in Afghanistan. One of their most famous operations was Operation Nimrod in 1980, which involved the daring rescue of hostages from the Iranian embassy in London. In a world filled with fictional heroes like James Bond, these elite units represent the embodiment of real-life heroism, where human limits are pushed to the extreme in the pursuit of excellence and service to their nation. As we reflect on the indomitable spirit of these elite forces and their enduring legacy, we are left with a profound respect for these silent warriors, whose actions often remain shrouded in secrecy, but whose impact on the world is undeniable. So what do you think of these special forces? Do you think you can endure at least the first day of their torturous training? Let us know in the comments down below. And make sure to like this video and subscribe to Luxe Life to watch more awesome content like this. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.